You can homeschool, work, and eat in a small space. It just takes a little imagination to organize a small space. Your home is both living space and a learning space. The line between chaos and calm gets blurry really fast. Whether you have a dedicated homeschool room or you're making magic happen in the corner of your kitchen, you can absolutely create a space that works. You can organize a small space to work for you. If you're buying the same book twice because you can't find it, or the quiz book disappears for months like it joined witness protection, then it is time to organize your small space. Your homeschool space should work for functionality, flexibility, and peace of mind. The good news, you don't need a bigger house, you just need a few genius strategies. Hello, Rebel Moms, and welcome to the Life Unboxed podcast. I'm Jody the mom, wife, homeschool mom of 6, and successful mom entrepreneur. And I am bringing you information and inspiration on raising kids, running a business, and keeping your sanity. You can find the episode show notes, Rebel Mom checklist to help you homeschool confidently, tools to make your work from home life easier, and more information at lifeunboxed.blog. Now let's get into the show. Organize your small space by creating zones. Small spaces feel chaotic because everything is happening everywhere all at once. When work, school, meals, laundry, and life overlap in the same square footage, it overwhelms your brain. The visual clutter turns into mental clutter. Supplies migrate, papers multiply like rabbits, and before long, irritation levels rise for everyone involved. A disorganized space doesn't just look messy, it increases friction. If books are always missing or the table is too cluttered to work, frustration builds quickly. Even in a large space, disorganization creates tension. In a small one, it magnifies it. Instead of wishing for more square footage, we need clearer boundaries. Creating zones will help organize a small space, minimize the clutter, and keep mom from overwhelm. A zone is simply a clearly defined purpose for a specific area, even if that area is 3 feet wide. When you assign purpose to space, your brain relaxes. Kids also thrive when they know exactly where things happen. Suddenly, you're not constantly redirecting. The environment does some of that work for you. In other words, zones create calm without construction. You can use a small rug to define a reading corner. You can position a desk facing the wall to reduce distractions. You can use a bookshelf as the divider or even hang a curtain to create needed separation. A lamp on your work desk signals mom's office. A basket beside the couch signals read aloud space. These subtle cues train your family to shift mentally when they move physically. Consequently, the space begins to feel intentional instead of accidental. And mom, you need one area that remains yours, that you can put something down and know that it will be there when you get back. This is going to protect your sanity. So my kids aren't allowed to take anything off my desk, and that means anything. Need a pen? Not for mom's desk. Need paper? Not for mom's desk. This one little thing saves my sanity every day because I hate searching for pens. Okay, the only things you really need: a bookshelf and storage. Your homeschool space doesn't need to be Pinterest worthy. And I know some of those homeschool rooms even make me jealous because they are so stinking cute. But we have to work with the space we have. Instead of pining for the cute matching furniture, take a step back, evaluate your space, and just get a bookshelf and storage bins. There are so many ways to use a bookshelf to organize a small space. You can give each child a shelf, and that is where all their school books go, or you can designate each shelf by subject. Art supplies go on the bottom shelf, read aloud books on the next one, math books on the next one, etc. One of my favorite organizational tools that I use with my bookshelf are magazine holders. So you can organize curriculum in them, label the front, and they keep your shelf looking neat. This is a great way to organize a small space, especially if you're homeschooling multiple kids. Storage bins are another must-have for homeschool organization because you need a place to put everything when you are done. If you are saving curriculum to use again, then you need to keep it organized, but out of the way when you aren't using it. Keep each bin to one grade level. Don't mix the grades and then label the bin. You will thank me for keeping the grades separate. So it is easy for us to get stuck in the mindset of wanting everything to be perfect. This is for our kids after all, and we want to give them the best. But the best thing you can give to your kids is your time and influence. You don't need to give them the perfect homeschool room. You just need to give them you. Your homeschool space doesn't need to be Pinterest worthy. It needs to be practical. Instead of chasing matching furniture, step back and evaluate what actually supports your day. Simple storage reduces daily decision fatigue. Okay, now organize a small space by having a place for everything. Homeschooling multiple grades means you have a lot of curriculum and you need a divine home for every item. Whether everyone has their own desk or using a bookshelf or even a china cabinet as storage, the principle remains the same. Give everything a place to live. When items have designated homes, your family develops automatic habits. You stop thinking about where something goes, you simply return it. And so this frees up valuable brain space. And as a mom running a business and teaching kids, you need all the brain space you can get. Out with the old and in with the new. When we first started homeschooling, I saved everything. I put curriculum in bins in the basement, fully convinced I would reuse it. Then I forgot what I had. More often than not, the next child needed something different, and the old materials just became clutter instead of savings. So evaluate honestly. If you will not use it, sell it, donate it, or pass it along. If you store it, label it clearly and separate it by grade. The same rule applies to supplies. Toss the tiny pencils. Yes, I know for whatever reason, they love those tiny pencils. Get rid of the dried out markers and all of the little scraps of paper that are everywhere. They are not memories, they are a mess. Simplicity strengthens organization. Fewer items means fewer frustrations. So avoid these mistakes when you're organizing a small space. One of the biggest organizing traps is trying to create a traditional school classroom in your home. Your homeschool space does not need bulletin boards on every wall or rows of desks to be effective. What it actually needs is functionality. Keep it simple and let the space serve your family instead of impressing Pinterest. Another common mistake is overbuying organizing products. More bins and baskets will not fix a system that is unclear, although they're really fun to buy. Before you buy anything, decide exactly where items will live and how they will be used. Most of the time, you can repurpose what you already have. Buy solutions, not aesthetics. Finally, small spaces require bold editing. If something has not been used for a while, it is time to question whether it deserves shelf space. Regularly editing your materials keeps your homeschool area functional, flexible, and breathable instead of cluttered and overwhelming. You do not need a picture perfect homeschool room. You need a space that supports real life. The best homeschool spaces are not the ones that impress visitors. They are the ones that reduce daily friction. They make it easy to find the quiz book and they prevent tears over missing pencils. Perfection is unnecessary. Function is powerful. You do not need to give your kids a perfect room. You need to give them your presence, your time, and a space that works for your family. Thanks for listening, and be sure to check out lifeunboxed.blog and download your Rebel Moms checklist. Happy homeschooling and working from home, and I will see you next time.